Now, Celeste 7B was a very fun experience, and I really liked getting the golden berry for it. However, there was a lot of suffering involved, and I think that I should talk through that suffering as my therapist recommended that I do so that way I can beat all the trauma and torment out of my brain. So this is how I do that is by talking to maybe one or two random people on the internet that I'm never going to hear from. So here you guys go. Here's my little therapy session. Please stick around. I need you. There'll be complimentary muffins at the end, I promise. Please enjoy. It starts out with that really awkward death in the 2.5k section, and I try to just brush it off and just keep going, but then I die right away again, and then afterwards I pick myself up and I go on to the actual run. But that hurt my feelings, okay? Because that specific room, I've died in that specific room like 5 fucking times, okay? That that 2.5k room can go rotten hell. I hate it. I make it through the first checkpoint, no biggie. There's not really much to complain about here. It's the first part, so I mastered it a lot. 500 meters, which is where we are now, is actually very difficult for me at times. Like, there was very specific parts where my controller's inputs, like this part right here, do you see that? Many times, I would just dash incorrectly and it would send me into oblivion, and there's stuff like that that happens all the time in most runs. It even happens in this run, and we'll get to that in a little bit here, but most of the time this checkpoint's pretty chill. This room is just so goddamn fun, man. Everybody and their mom who has done Summit Goldenberry knows this room because of the top spiky part right here where you jump from left to right. It's the funnest thing to memorize. It's so fun to pull off each time, and I will go back to this room just to do it. I don't know what it is that's wrong with me. This room is easy as shit, but for some reason, I would get to this room so many times and I would just die out of pure nervousness. I don't know why I was nervous, because I'm not that far into the run yet, but it would freak me out, and I think I've had like 7 or 8 deaths here at least. We're entering checkpoint 3, which just so happens to be the bane of my existence. Now, the thing about me, I'm a speedrunner. I like to speedrun. It makes me feel special and important. However, trying to speedrun with cycles does not really mix well, and you can see why in this first room. I die a lot in practice. And in this next room, I do a funny dash, and it works most of the time, this dash, but it doesn't work in the third room here. Most of the time I would die here, but I do it anyway because it makes me feel special, okay? This last room is especially challenging because you can't really rush it, and it also sucks the long vertical way up. And the last dust bunny right here is the thing I had the most problems with. I couldn't latch on to the wall. I would always hit the spring and then hit the bunny as it was in motion, and it hurt me every time. Chapter 4, on the other hand, this chapter is amazing. I love this chapter. I'm a Chapter 4 enthusiast. It's my favorite one. Most people hate it because of wind. I love the wind. And I love the moving block here. It's really satisfying to do this room, and I always found it quite enjoyable. I cough as I enter this room because I died in this room twice to this pink cloud. This pink cloud is the bane of my existence. I don't know why, couldn't really tell you. I didn't have a problem with it in practice, but for some reason, whenever I got here with the berry, it would make me suffer. Chapter 5 is special in being easy to pull off deathless in practice, but once you get here, you get really nervous because it's at this point where I start to kind of realize how far along I am. And I get nervous in the second room here, and this second room is really hard to pull off, especially. And I would die here constantly. In this fucking room, because of that jump right there. That stupid spike jump. I can rant to you till the expansion of the sun how much that spike jump made me hate myself. I will never forgive the developers. They were sadistic. They knew exactly what they were doing when they added that part specifically. And it, I just get at a loss for words every time I die to it. I would take a look in the mirror and just think, maybe I really shouldn't be doing this. Now I'm entering the summit, and I do get to blow off steam here because these first few flags are really fun to do, and I never really had any deaths here. The reason is because they're just really easy, to be honest. The things don't take a step up until flag 13. Even as we get to flag 13, I only died once here with the berry. That cloud jump is really hard to actually pull off, and I never actually died to that. In practice, I did a lot, though. Flag 10, I got really stumbled and tried to do it without using any stamina at all. And it wasn't until I finally died to it once that I swallowed my pride and decided to use climbing a little bit, as you'll see here. Now I go AFK at this point, and I start mentally preparing myself for what is to come after Flag 9. And you might think Flag 9 is the thing I'm scared of. No, it's not. All right. I need to level with you for a second here. I need to enter a side tangent. Is that first of all, I want to emphasize Flag 8 is the easiest flag out of this entire run. Out of the entire run, Flag 8, easiest thing. But for some fucking reason, I'd made it past Flag 8 two times after on this run. But before that, I died here once. And you'll see right here. Watch this. You see that? You see that shit? You see that failure of a person? Can we get the slow motion replay, please? I I cannot fathom my stupidity there. And every time I get there now, I just remember that death and I just think to myself, it's going to happen again. I'm going to do it again. And so it's at this point, I'm not AFK this time. I'm having an existential meltdown and I'm thinking on whether or not I should even continue. Maybe I should stop here and save myself the embarrassment. Now, thankfully, I do get past Flag 8 this time with no problems and I get the wall bounce. But holy shit, does it hurt to fail something so simple as that? Flag 7, I get cold feet and think I'm not going to get enough height, and I go bad. But then I pick myself right back up and I just squeeze by. Flag 5 and 4 are very nice breaks, and I really like doing all the crystal jumps there. That's always a very fun and nice time. I go AFK here again. I don't remember why, but essentially no one knows why, so I could have been curing cancer. None of you guys can deny that. That's just canon now. I'm a hero, and I eventually get back to Celeste. All right, it's time for side tangent number 2 here. Watch this clip. Do you see that? Do you see how I dashed up left? That was not me, okay? And I promise you, I was holding my controller straight to the left. I was holding that shit more left than the Democrats, okay? And for some fucking reason, on one flag 3 attempt, it just decided to rebel against me. And so this next time, I'm giving the controller the existential meltdown this time, and I'm making sure that it does not try to rebel against me again and betray me like it did. And this entire time, as you see me just sitting here, I'm looking it stern in the eyes, making sure it knows that this is its last day on Earth if it ever tries to pull anything like that again. Now it is at this point, at flag 2, as you see me go through here, I finally realize where I am, and I start getting very nervous because I've gotten past this flag one time in the cassette room and I died in it, and it was embarrassing and it sucked. And you'll notice right here what's about to happen.
Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Okay. Just don't die for the second time in here. I don't need to die twice. I know how to do this. I almost hit retry. It says skip. I'm too scared. Yes! Yes! Fuck yeah! Oh, I want to scream so loud right now, but I'll wake my own mom up. Oh my god! Fuck yes! Yes! Oh! Oh my fucking god! I want to scream so bad. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I 200 berries. Oh, holy! Oh my god! Oh my god! I fucking did it! Let's go! Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! That that flag 2, that flag 2 jump at the very end, the very last flag 2 wall bounce that I failed. Oh my god. I had a heart attack. Oh my god. I did it. I actually did it. What a view.
And with that, I got the berry, I closed the game, and I met a wife, and we're happily married now, and it's all because of the berry. And let me just state for the record that I am not doing farewell, okay? I know there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm for it, but I am not doing farewell. Nothing on this earth will make me do farewell. I've seen the videos, I've seen people trying for it. I will never make it to the list of sociopaths who are willing to put themselves through the pain and torture of doing that chapter. Probably. I probably won't do farewell.